Hey guys, thanks for joining me for my top tips to both surviving and enjoying the Thanksgiving holiday season. So just as you've already read up top, this is one of my favorite times of the year just because it's a great time to spend with my family. So here's how I normally set myself up for success for the day of Thanksgiving, because it's just like any other night in terms of your food intake. Yes, you want to enjoy that pumpkin pie. Yes, you want to enjoy that stuffing, but you also want to make sure that you don't feel overly stuffed by the end of it. So I'm hoping that this can create some balance and make it as realistic as possible for you. My first 3 tips are the 3 tips I give all of my challengers who do my fitness challenge groups through Facebook when talking about like weekend temptations and how to get through that. So first off, wake up and drink water. So at least 8 ounces of water. That helps replenish your body. Our bodies a lot of times mistake thirst for hunger, and so you may think you're really hungry when your body's actually really thirsty. So by starting off your day with water, that helps a lot. Do not skip your workout. If anything, you should be working out the day before and the morning after, and I normally work out the day of. Something happens when we work out. When you work out, your mind is already set up to that success, and you know you don't want to undo all that hard work you just did. And so it definitely sets you up to be more mindful about what you're fueling your body with. For me, I also drink Shakeology first thing in the morning. It helps curb my junk food cravings. It keeps me full longer. So that's my personal like go-to breakfast. After I'm done with my workout, it fuels me perfectly. So moving on from there, a lot of times with Thanksgiving, if you're going over somebody's house, you don't have a ton of control over what is going to be there. So with my family, I always have a pretty good idea about what's going to be on the table, but if you're kind of going to somebody's house that you're not used to, it's good to kind of have an idea of what you might find there. So when that's the case, you want to definitely start off with your veggies. So if you're doing 21 Day Fix or if you've followed any of those programs, that's your green container. You want to definitely make sure that at least like 50% of your plate is veggies. Fill up on that first. When it comes to your protein, stick with the white meat of the turkey. That's normally not a hard thing for me. Some people really like dark meat, but it tends to be a little bit fattier. And so I stick with the white meat for my protein. If I'm gonna overdo it a little bit on the protein, I don't mind it being the protein. Because here we go, we're going on to carbs. So carbs are like 80% of Thanksgiving dinners. You've got your stuffing, you've got sweet potato casserole, you've got pumpkin pie, all kinds of pies. And so what I normally do is I pick my favorite things. Do not waste your calories on things that are lame. You don't want to you can't get a refund for that. So I personally save it for stuffing and for pie. It's not that I don't like sweet potatoes. I actually love sweet potatoes, but not sweet potato casserole. I like sweet potato in its natural form. So for me, it's stuffing and pumpkin pie that I definitely save my carbs for, and I don't overdo it on the pie. I make sure it's an actual serving size. I don't make it small, I don't do half. I have a legit serving size because if I do half, then I tend to want more later, and then it ends up being way more than a real serving size later on. Also, I think one of the hardest things is sticking to one plate. So just like you have dinner any night in the week, we don't usually have like 3, 4, 5 plates of dinner every week, right? So you stick to one plate. So definitely look at your plate, make sure it's balanced. Do not skip those green beans. Do not skip that salad. Don't skip your veggies. Have water that you're drinking while you're eating, because a lot of times, again, you're just like, oh, this is so good, and you just want to keep eating even though you're actually full. Those are probably, I'm reading my notes. I think that those are probably my top tips for, enjoying Thanksgiving and remembering what it's really about. Socialize with people. Don't eat so fast. Really enjoy what you're eating, but also talk to the person next to you. Enjoy your time with your family and your friends. And I will definitely catch up with you a little later when it comes to Christmas time, and I'll be sharing a little bit more about my top tips for that. Thanks for checking in.